This is exercise 7.3, installing and configuring BranchCache on a file server, found in Lab 7, supporting data storage. We are working our way through supporting Windows 8.1 Lab Manual, part of the Microsoft Official Academic Course, in preparation for exam 70-688. So we're going to start by logging into Server 2. In this exercise, we're going to install and configure BranchCache so that it can be used with file shares. BranchCache allows for the WAN acceleration functionality by using multiple systems to create a cache infrastructure, which is used to create performance of websites and shared folders. The approximate time for this is about 30 minutes. So we're going to log into Server 2 as Contoso administrator. So I'm going to pause this video while we wait for that to boot up. Okay, we are on the server manager in Server 2, logged in as Contoso administrator. We want to go into Manage and then Add Roles and Features. Before you begin, we're going to click on Next. On the Select Installation Type page, we want to select Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation is selected, and it is. We're going to click on Next. On the Select Destination Server, we want to make sure Server 2 is selected, and it is. And then select Next. On the Select Server Roles page, under Roles, we want to expand File and Storage Services. And then expand the File and SCSI services. We want to select BranchCache for network files. And then select Next. On the Select Features page, we're going to click on Next. On the Confirm Installation section, we're going to click on Install. And I'll pause the video while we wait for the installation to complete. Alright, now we'll go ahead and click on Close. And then we're going to flip over to the RWDCO1. And go into Tools, and then Active Directory Users and Computers. Now here we want to right-click Contoso.com and select New, and then select Organizational Unit. And here we're going to type in servers. And then OK. And we're going to close users and computers. Now we're going to go back to our server manager. Again, click on Tools. And now we're going to go into Group Policy Management. Now we want to navigate and right-click to the server's organizational unit that we just created. Right-click. We want to create GPO in this domain and link it here. In the new GPO dialog box, we want to type the name BranchCache for servers, and then select OK to close out of the new GPO dialog box. We're going to expand the server's organizational unit, and then click on the BranchCache. Click on OK, and we want to right-click and edit Here we want to go to computer configuration and then expand policies, expand administrative templates, and then expand network. Under network, we're going to click Landman Server. And then we're going to double click Hash Publication for BranchCache. And then click on Enabled. In the Options section, we're going to allow hash publication for all folders. Okay, so now that we've enabled this, we have Allow Hash Publication for all share folders is already selected. If you're following along and you're required to do so, you would take a screenshot from this location, and then we're going to click on OK. Now we're going to close the Group Policy Management Editor, and then go into the File Explorer, and expand, click on this PC, which I'm already on, and then we're going to right click the C drive, and new folder. Actually, there's another way to do this. Right click, new folder. We want to call this shared folder, and then enter. We're going to right click on that folder and go into properties. And then we want to click on the sharing tab, go into advanced sharing, share this folder, and then click on OK. And then OK, close the folder. And then we're going to close our File Explorer. Now, we're going to go over to Server 2. And click on Tools and Computer Management. And then under System Tools, so here we have System Tools. We want to expand Share Folders. And then click on Shares. And I'm just expanding this so it's easier to see. In the Details pane, we want to right-click the shared folder. And it's not on there. Okay, I believe there's a typo in the book because it says to go to server 2. But obviously you're not going to find this here. We're not going to have permission to do what we need to do here. So I'm going to close out of computer management and minimize server 2 and go back to RWDC01. And I'm going to right click and go into computer management. And here we have system tools. Click on shared folders, expand shared folders, select shares. And you'll see the shared folder here, which is where it should be. And now we'll continue on. So this should be your RWDC01. Okay, so now we're going to right click and go into properties. And we're going to select offline settings and ensure that only the files and programs that users specify are available offline is marked, and it is. And then we're going to click to enable BranchCache. Okay, since I'm not able to enable the BranchCache, I must have skipped a step or did something. So this isn't letting me, and it should. So I'm going to click on OK, and then OK, and then I'm going to close out of, actually I'll minimize this. And I want to go back to the group policy management. I'll expand this. And I have servers. So I want to right click here and I want to go into properties or edit. I want to go into edit. Now I'll minimize this. I'll minimize this to get it out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to expand the policies, expand administrative templates, expand network, and click on the landman server. So I've enabled the hash publication for BranchCache. If yours doesn't say enabled, go ahead and make sure it says enabled and click on OK. Okay, and I'm going to minimize this for a minute. Oops, expand this. When you expand it, you see you have a drop-down arrow. And we have a couple of different options here. We want to make sure that allow hash publication for all shared folders is selected. And then we're going to go ahead and click on apply just to make sure. And then click on OK. Now we're going to close out of our group policy management editor. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that folder, and we're going to put it on the server 2, the shared folder. So I'm going to go over to server 2 and create a shared folder here. And then enter. And then we're going to do right click, properties, sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder. Now here we can actually skip a step. If you could click on caching here, you can select this box right here and it will enable the BranchCache. And then click on OK, and then OK, and then close. Now if we go back to our shares, you'll see that the enable BranchCache has been selected. And if you're following along and you're required to do so, this would be where you would take your next screenshot. We're going to go ahead and do OK, and then OK, and then close out of the computer management. Now we want to go back to the RWDC01. And go into our group policy management. Actually, I'm going to shortcut through that. Run gpedit.msc and then expand. So gpedit.msc will get you to the same place. Okay, now we're going to expand the group policy objects. So here's our branch cache. And here we have set branch cache distributed cache mode. We want to double click it, select enabled, and then go ahead and do OK. And then we're going to go ahead and close the group policy management editor. And this is the end of this exercise and the end of this video. The next video we will be going over using OneDrive to manage files and folders.